Hi, my name is Dragonbane. I'm going to be showing a deck that I call the Stone Sentinel deck. It's kind of similar to a deck that actually took 6th place at the Baltimore Regionals. The deck list is in the description. I'm playing 3 Mimikyu to stop EX Pokemon, evolved EX Pokemon, from being able to board wipe me. Doubled with the Mist energy that we play, it cannot be stopped by, say, a Roaring Moon's Frenzy Engaging, or it can't get damage counters placed on it if it gets gusted onto the bench and then attacked with a Dragapult or something. The Mist energy would stop that as well. I play 3 Cornerstone Ogerpon to stop any and all ability Pokemon, unless that ability happens to be Iron Thorn's ability, which would shut off my ability. And I think Clef Key shuts off my ability, and I think the Mischievous card, you know, the Fluttermane, I think Fluttermane shuts it off as well, but they don't hit very hard, so that's okay. Play 2 Noibat so that I can have a Noivern to take care of Raging Bolt, Ancient Box, any deck that plays basic Pokemon that don't evolve. His first attack, Covert Flight, shuts down all attacks from basic Pokemon. Unless they have, I think, a Shred ability. I think a Shred ability would go through that effect. Like this, any effects on an opponent's Pokemon. Like if they played a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon against Noivern, they would be able to attack it. And it would take, optimally, if Noivern was able to attach energy that weren't double turbo, it would take 3 turns on an Ogerpon that didn't have any kind of health accelerant, like a Bravery Charm or a Hero's Cape. Take them 3 turns, while Ogerpon, if they do normal energy attachment without double turbo, it would only take them 2 hits to knock out Noivern. Now, if you incorporate the double turbo, Noivern would have to hit 5 times to knock Cornerstone, and Cornerstone would only have to attack 3 times to knock Noivern. So, you gotta be mindful of Pokemon that can do Shred. At that point, it could just be a GG's, because you can only do so much. You know, you can't have an answer for every single thing, or Pokemon would just, like, ban you from being able to play that deck, because you can't stop every single and all decks from being able to be played. That's just, it's not fun. You know what I mean? That's why they don't make cards, or when they do make cards that break the rules, like an expanded format, when you can have all kinds of crazy cards with crazy abilities interacting with each other, they just outright ban things from being able to be played, because I could see them banning that Pecharunt card that they made pretty soon, because it can just stop your opponent from even getting a first turn. You know what I mean? And that's not fun for anybody. I mean, it might be fun for the person that's doing it. Haha, it's so funny. But it's definitely not fun for the person who just didn't even get a chance to draw a card for their turn. They didn't even get a turn. So, with that in mind, I play 4 Energy Loto just to help find energy, because there's not much draw in this deck. The only draw that I play is Morty. I don't even play any Iono, which I have been contemplating possibly dropping 1 Colress to play 1 Iono for games where I'm like in a deadlock with the other person, And if I just have a crap ton more cards in my hand than the other person, I can at least recycle, because I played a game earlier where Jubilife would have helped restabilize my deck into being tremendously larger count than the other player. But for me to play Jubilife, I have to end my turn without attacking. And if I would have ended my turn without attacking with my Noivern, it would have gotten knocked out, and that would have been the end of the game. I would have lost. So I had to just wish on a star that my opponent couldn't keep recycling cards back into their deck, or that they would please play an Iono to recycle my massive hand back into my deck, but they did not. So I think I'm going to drop one Colress Tenacity and put one Iono in, just as a safety net. I'm trying to cover all of my bases without making the deck too inconsistent, and it's a challenge to say the least. I pulled this earlier. It's not my favorite one though. I think this one is definitely my favorite, the Paldea Evolved version. It's just so much cooler, but I will run this one. I'll run it. It's got Mischievous in it. That's kind of cool. And some other cool Pokemon. So that is the new updated deck list. One Hisuian Heavy Ball, one Lost Vacuum, 3 Nest Ball, 2 Night Stretcher. Help if you need to play a game where you like Mimikyu could be what's saving you, but they canceling, like Regidrago, for instance. I used to just play 2 Mimikyu in the deck, but then I played Regidrago, and they canceling Cologned, and then they V-starred, and then they canceling Cologned again, and I didn't have a 3rd Mimikyu lined up, ready to go. So after that, it was GG's to me. So I added a 3rd Mimikyu for that reason, but I also, if I would have had the Night Stretchers in hand when he was doing that attack, I would have been alright, because I would have been able to put another Mimikyu down, and he can't do canceling Cologne 3 times with 1 Cologne. He just can't do it. Not with the Drago build. There might be cards, there might be Pokemon or cards that can get, you know, items out of the discard, but Drago doesn't play them. They just got the one shot, the one opportunity. So yeah, the 3 Pokégear to help find our supporters, because they're so integral. 2 Ultra Balls, because you need those. Arven, or just get them naturally, because you need Noivern for a lot of fights. It's not a lot, but for the fights you need Noivern. Noivern's the only card you need. Anything else that's on the bench is just boss order fodder and prize cards for the opponent. So a lot of the time, when Noivern is your answer to winning the game, you have no other Pokemon on your bench, and you're just at the mercy of the other person having a shred Pokemon. Because if you have anything else on the bench, they're just going to boss order it and take prizes. And you don't want them to win, right? You want to win, so you don't do it. I've learned that in a couple different games. You'll see that in some of the playthroughs. We learn right away. Don't do that. You don't want to get stuck. If for instance, you have Noivern, you're using your attack to stop them from attacking you with a basic Pokemon, and then they boss order up one of your cards on the bench. that doesn't have energy on it, and you don't have a way in your hand to retreat that Pokemon to get Noivern back out. Well, now you pass the turn, and now you've just gone a turn without using Noivern's attack, and then they boss it back up to the top, and then they kill it because they didn't get to use its flight attack. So when you're playing Noivern, nothing else goes on your bench, or you might be screwed. And that includes having 2 Noivern ready to go. You have one on the bench, they could just boss that, even if it's ready to attack, they boss that one up, they can attack that one. Because the effect of the attack only sticks on the Noivern that used the attack while it's in the active. Where was I? So we're on the Calamitous Wasteland. It's just a generic card to help get Pokemon that you boss up, keep them stuck. They need an extra energy if they're not a fighting Pokemon in order to retreat, if they're a basic anyway. Jubilife can save the game for you as long as you're not as long as it's already on the field for you when you're playing with Noivern. If it's or it could save you in multiple other ways, but for the most part, Jubilife will get you a fresh hand if you have nothing, and it could be your saving grace on your next turn. Lost City to deal with Gardevoir decks and or Ancient Box. It's wonderful to keep their Ancient card in the discard count down, and making sure that Gardevoir can't get their Drifloons and their Screaming Tails back out of the discard pile with Super Rod. Because they sure do love to recycle them and swing for 300, don't they? Jeez Louise. 3 Arven, 2 Boss, 3 Colress. I will say this deck is Kyurem primed, that's for sure. I don't have an answer to stop Kyurem. Well, except Noivern, because it's a basic Pokemon. But if Drago wants to use Kyurem, well, Kyurem straight up anyway, because the Colress being in here, yeah, Noivern would stop that. It wouldn't stop it from hitting the bench, but when you're playing Noivern, you don't want anything on your bench. You want to pick that stuff up. 1 Iono, we've just decided together that's what I want to play, to be able to recycle the hand and keep myself from decking out a little longer. Morty, to be able to draw big numbers off of people who are playing the Area Zero, not A-Spec, the Area Zero Stadium with the massive bench. Penny to pick up Ogerpons when they're about to die, or pick up extra cards off the bench if you don't need them anymore, when you realize that they're just cards that are going to get knocked by your other opponent's Pokemon. They're not the end-all answer for their deck. A Bravery Charm to help fix some maths on HP. Defiance Band, help finish games faster if I can. Hero's Cape. Patrol Cap. If I was smart, I would use this when you see that you're playing Ancient Box and you actually are able to successfully get your Noivern out and pull off its attacks. The next thing that you want to look for is to grab your Patrol Cap, because once your opponent realizes they can't attack you anymore because you're Noivern, their next route is to try and mill you out. So they're going to want to switch to their Great Tusk, and they're going to want to try and steal your cards from you. You put this Patrol Cap on your Noivern, and then they need to focus on finding, they not only need to focus on getting their Great Tusk milling, they need to focus on getting a Vacuum to get rid of your Patrol Cap as well. So that could be the saving grace for you on an Ancient Box deck as well, because of the mill. Also, if you happen to see that you're playing against Wugtrio, the mill Wugtrio, slap this bad boy on your active, man. Slap it on there. Give it a slapperoo, because they're not taking prizes. They might try and boss something up, but you've got a lot of energy. You could retreat some way, somehow, eventually. Keep this Patrol Cap in the active. Devolution. We all love a good Devolution on opponents who keep trying to switch stuff out on you. and you've done enough damage, take them out. 3 turbos, 4 mist, 1 dark energy to be able to use Noivern's second attack, because it could finish a game 2 or 3 turns earlier if if you're down to the last prize card that you need to take, and they refuse to quit. That could get the job done for you. Otherwise, it's just attachment fodder or Ultra Ball fodder or whatever you need it to be. It's whatever you need it to be. 3 fighting energy for the Ogerpons, 2 for the Mimikyu. If you happen to be needing all 3 Mimikyu as attackers, you're going to need the Night Stretcher. Unfortunately, since there's only 2, you can't get back a Mimikyu and I mean, you could get back a Mimikyu and a Psychic Energy, but you would still have 1 extra Mimikyu that would never be able to have a Psychic Energy attachment because it's an odd count. But that's just the way it is. It's because Mimikyu doesn't really get the job done most of the time. So there's the deck. And alright, we're getting to it. Let's see if I can show you what this deck is all about. I'm excited. Let's get it. Waiting for silly fish. Waiting for silly fish. What you gonna do, silly fish? They have chosen heads. It landed on heads. Good for you. What are you choosing? Are you an evolution deck? Or are you a donk deck? What are we looking at? Donk is in... You want to go second because you're probably going to be attacking. But, yes, they're an evolution deck. Alright. So, Noivern is most likely out of the question. And, I have given nothing away with that mulligan. That's cool. And it only took me 1 mulligan. Alright. Alright. So, we got to start with a Mimikyu. That's okay. Let's see what they got. They're an evolution deck, so I should have a turn. They wanted to go first, so... They don't seem to be very active. Ah, Regidrago. So, my answer to Drago is Mimikyu. Unfortunately, that is my answer. Because, Cornerstone can't be attacked by the V-Star Drago, but it can be attacked by the regular V, and until they've evolved all of their Dragos, I am not putting a Cornerstone out there. I'm just gonna load my, if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna load my deck up with, or load my bench up with extra Mimikyu. And then I need Mist Energy on them all, so that I can stop the Dragapult onslaught of tokens. So they've got 1 energy switch on the Drago already. So they are going to be able to cancel in Cologne twice. So I'm not going to want to like commit any kind of energy to any of them immediate until I have I need to focus on having extra Mimikyu, because if he canceling Colognes, he takes it out. Canceling Colognes again after the V-Star takes it out. I need to have multiple Mimikyu. That's why I gotta have 3. Hopefully I didn't prize any. Did he get the fire energy for attach? He didn't get any energy for attachment. Okay. Okay. So we are gonna Pokégear first. Holy smokes. I really want to get the mist energy, but I think it's definitely smarter to grab Arven so I can get more Mimikyu on the board. That is the most important thing right now, is getting more Mimikyu. And we'll go with the Bravery Charm. Because if they clone the first one and kill it, I at least want the backup to be the backup. The one that would be the Soul Survivor! Alright, so I did prize a Mimikyu. So I'm gonna need to rely, and I prized a Night Stretcher. So I'm gonna need, and okay, at least I didn't prize a Psychic Energy. So I'm gonna need to rely on that Night Stretcher to be able to get me back one of these Mimikyu if they knock with the canceling cologne, because they could recycle it for sure. So I guess not to get crazy, I'll just double turbo on this guy. I can't attach another energy, so I'm gonna hold this Loto because I can't attach a second energy for turn. So I'm just gonna end my turn. I'm not putting Lost City out because if they do knock my Mimikyu, I need to be able to get them back for the love of God. I'm not playing Jubilife until I need it, because I don't want my opponent to have access to it either. You know how they just passed the turn? I mean, that was their first turn, so they kind of had to. But if they were to Iono, okay, that sucks. Well, it got me a Morty and a Pokégear, so that's cool, because this guy, they like filling their bench. They like filling their bench. And they drop a Kyurem. Wow. Yeah, it's a good thing, you can't, oh, yeah, canceling cologne only shuts off the active Pokemon, so he wouldn't be able to hurt Mimikyu on the bench, so that's good. And he wouldn't be able to hurt Cornerstone on the bench either if Cornerstone was out there, because Cornerstone can't be hurt by Pokemon that have abilities, and Regidrago V-Star has an ability. I just can't play them while they have a V on the field, because the V can two-shot it, even if it had a Bravery Charm on. It would take 3 to kill it if I had the Hero's Cape on it, though. So they're still just trying to cycle through their deck, trying to get to a V-Star, I would assume. Or they're trying to get to that canceling cologne before they use their V-Star, which is what, if I knew what I was facing right now, that is what I would do 100%. And they need the E-switch to get the energy on there too. I mean, there's that, but I for sure would not be, if I had, once I got the canceling cologne in my hand, I would not be messing with, I wouldn't be Ionoing. I would not be Ionoing. I wouldn't be doing any of that business. I would just be waiting to get that grass attachment so I could use it to kill and then evolve and then get it back. So that's what I'm assuming this guy's planning on doing. That's what I'm assuming. I did get to Arven, but it's not gonna help me right now. What's Pokégear? Alrighty. Loto. Fail both. Nice. Okay. In that case, Morty me. And I'm gonna discard the Devolution, because whatever. Alrighty. We'll put a double turbo on Mimikyu then, because I have not seen a Mist or a Psychic Energy, so I can't start attacking at this point. And Ogerpon, you are staying in the hand. Passing to Regidrago while they keep hunting for a canceling cologne and an E-switch. And if they were playing the deck that I built, the way that I built mine, they already have all 6 of their grass energy attached to their Pokemon right now. So they are literally waiting for an E-switch to come up because they don't have any more grass energy. But they could be playing 7 and they could have it prized. I don't know. Prime Catcher. They could Mew me. I forgot about Mew. I did forget about Mew. And they didn't go for the Mew. Okay. Yeah. I forgot about that play. And they didn't go for the Mew. Yeah, Mew can copy Ghost Eye and just place counters on me, because that's not damage. They just place, so I need Mist Energy. I need Mist Energy very, very badly. Okay, I gotta play Arven next turn, because I need to grab an Energy Lotto, because I need a Mist Energy, or I'm just gonna lose to the Mew. It's that simple. And they got Jamming Tower, which means I also need to... I need a Colress is what I need. I need a Colress right now. I need a Colress. Ask and you shall receive, my son. Arceus from above. Giving me the Colress, which means I can play... Calamitous. And I can get my Mist Energy. Inspect. Jubilife. I want it Jubilife and Mist Energy. That is what I want. Because I can't attack after this. I don't exactly want to give up my Arven yet, so I'm just gonna pass the turn. But it's there. And if my opponent decides they want to use Jubilife, they're just giving up their turn to me. So, booyah. Which I very much like. I like, yes. I discard another Drago. Get the V-Star. Alright. Does that mean they got Cologne in hand? Is this game? They got the Dougie? Legacy Star. Is that what... Okay, I need to back out and reopen. This is what they got. Okay. Well, that's a cool penny. Shoot. I don't see a canceling Cologne. They did grab an E-switch, though. Are they gonna go for the Dragapult? Yeah, because they don't have a card that does shred in the discard. They do have Haxorus in there. Is that gonna work on here, even with the Mist Energy? They're didn't even say what they tried to use. They did try to use. If it has a special energy, it dies, but mist energy protects you from Haxorus. Confirmed. Oh my god. Yes. All right, baby. Yeah, dude has no answer for my deck right now. Oh, wow. Okay, I need an Arven. I need an Energy Loto. And I need a Hero's Cape. Because I need a Mist Energy for my other Mimikyu. Alright, thin the deck a little bit. We thin the deck a little bit. And I don't need to attach any more energy anywhere. And I don't need all that. So what I can, nope, I'm gonna, because I got Iono now. You know what? I am gonna Jubilife. I'm gonna Jubilife. There's always a chance I get what I need off of it. I did not. That's okay. Iono would have got me one extra card, but it would have guaranteed that all the stuff that I had in my hand was not going to end up anywhere near the top of the deck again. And that's okay. So he could boss and then Jubilife that Mimikyu. What's he gonna try now? He could do Dragapult and place counters on this Mimikyu. And then I would be dead the next time that he uses Canceling Cologne because I don't have Night Stretcher still. That's why I got Jubilife. Jubilife. Is it? Yes, Jubilife. Village. Jubilife. Could be Jubilife. But I'm going with Jubilife. Alright. What did he go for? Rolling Iron. Okay, so he used Gujar's attack. So there, he takes 80 less damage. That's cool. Nobody asked you, bro. Alright, I don't need any of these cards, so a Jubilife again. Still don't need any of these cards, so I'm going to Jubilife again on the next turn. Till I get 5 cards that have something I need. Pokégear, something. An Energy Loto, an Energy I need, something. I'm going to get there. They only got 8 cards left in their deck. So, unless they prize, they're canceling Cologne, which would be pretty awesome. Or whenever this guy figures out that he can, I don't know. So this guy needs to hope that he can find Canceling Cologne, and he needs to figure out that he can use Dragapult's attack to put damage counters on this Mimikyu. Once he figures that out, it's dead in 2 turns, so he needs to do that and find Canceling Cologne to kill the other Mimikyu. If he does that in the same turn, if he does it at the same time, if he double whammies me, I'm fucked. Like, there is the possibility that he uses it and then waits until he finds the Canceling Cologne. There's the Dragapult. Okay. Yep. So, if he has Canceling Cologne on the next turn, I just lose, and we've wasted a bunch of time. If not, I need the Night Stretcher off of this Jubilife. Did not get Night Stretcher. I got a boss's orders, so I guess I'll try and use that. Because I can't penny up that Mimikyu. It's going to die now. I wonder if I could have. Oh, I had boss, though. I could have tried to boss up that Ogerpon with no energy on it. I guess that's what I'm going to do now, because he's taking out this Mimikyu. So I'll do the boss. He did play the Canceling Cologne. See? If he had it, he had it. So we just wasted everybody's time. Good for him. I prized my third Mimikyu, so that was ultimately what cost me the game. I did not find the Hisuian Heavy Ball. I don't think. If I did, I made a misplay by not using it to grab it. But yeah. So that's why I have 3 Mimikyu, to try and stop that from happening. Fortunately, I prized one. I always choose Tails. It's Tails. And I do not want to go first. And that's a mulligan. That's fine. It didn't give up any information about what I might be using other than Lost City. So that's cool. Alright. So only 1 mulligan too. That's pretty cool. Alright. Ogerpon. So when people see this, they might think I'm playing the Reggie deck. I am not playing the Reggie deck. Reggie deck is booty cheeks compared to this deck, but that is a regular Koraidon. That card can kill Ogerpon. I need Noibat, and I need Noibat now, because I'm playing Roaring Moon. Yeah, I need Noibat now. I got the Nest Ball. I have a Morty, but I need them to play a bunch of cards on their bench right now, or Morty won't work. Okay, yeah, so we're not playing Morty. Arzon. My guy. Alright, okay. My boy here has gifted me the ability of grabbing both Noibat. I only have 1 Noivern in the deck. Okay. So the other one's prized. I need some stuff to come in the clutch for me, because I'm going to need a Mist Energy on this bad boy, and I'm going to need a double... Oh, I have 3 double turbo energy in hand. Okay, I was like, I prized all the double turbos. I'm screwed. Okay. Alright. Noibat. Alright. Come on. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Alright. Getting rid of their Artisan. We're going to play Lost City, because every card that gets discarded in the discard pile, every Pokemon in their discard pile, is a death. Alright, so then we're going Mist Energy, because I need that to stop the Roaring Moon EX in case they got it. And then I really need to get lucky. I'm not playing the Lost City yet. I'm going to let them get some more Pokemon out. I'm going to double turbo on him. Pass turn. And I'm only doing that because I have other double turbos in hand. I just really hope they don't Iono this turn. Artisan, yes. Fill up your bench so my Morty can search extra cards, because I desperately either need... I need an Ultra Ball, or I need that, shoot. Just the Noivern EX. It's one of the two. 120. Okay, so that's an extra turn. That's excellent for me. Night Stretcher, don't really need you yet. But I will double turbo the other Noibat. I will Artisan to thin my deck out a little bit more. No, I'm not, because they're just dead. There's no use for them. So this is the last turn. I'm only gonna be able to draw 3 cards. Do I pass? Yeah, pass. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass here. I think that's the play. Let them try and get some more Pokemon on the bench so my Morty can draw extra cards. Or maybe I top deck one of the cards I need in this turn. Okay. Noibat. Arven. Let's go, baby. The top deck. The top deck comes. The top deck comes with clutch. All right. I need the Ultra Ball. The Ultra Ball. And we're going to Hero's Cape. Are we going Hero's Cape, or should I go? Yeah, we're going Hero's Cape. Hero's Cape. Ultra Ball. We're gonna get rid of... Oh, shoot. We're gonna... A double turbo and... the fighting energy, why not? Done. We get the only Noivern that we have in the deck currently. We attach. We get rid of Artisan. We attach Mist Energy to the Noivern. No funny business can happen anymore unless they enhanced Hammer. We are stopping any and all basic Pokemon from attacking Noivern once again. Nice. The only thing that they can do is try and mill me with that Great Tusk right there. So I need to not play like my Morty. I need to draw as few cards as possible from here on out, because it could take me 4 turns to kill that Great Tusk, and that is up to 16 cards that they could be milling. And they might be playing more than one copy of Great Tusk, which would suck. That would mean that they could mill up to 32 cards out of my deck. So I need to really be careful here. What I need is a penny. Or a boss, so I can get this Great Tusk out of here immediately. I think I should use I think I should do the final bit of searching. I'm gonna... Okay. Didn't work. But I can attach the Dark Energy. and then stop all basic Pokemon from attacking. Oh, that Koraidon has Shred. I just thought about that. The Koraidon could totally... It needs the fire energy though. They probably don't have it in the deck because it's a Roaring Moon deck, not a Koraidon deck. They just happen to start with it, and so they have a copy or two of fighting energy because you never know. You might start with Koraidon and you might start with the fighting energy, so you might as well try and use it as an attacker, right? But you never use it for the Shred ability. And now I got the penny to make sure Noibat can't get targeted. I think I'm golden. Yep. I don't want to do anything right now. I just want to take out this Koraidon before they're able to stick a fire energy on it some way, somehow. Who knows? Maybe they're even playing reversal energy. It wouldn't activate because I think it has to be on an evolution Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. So yeah, that wouldn't work because these aren't evolution Pokemon and they're not behind on prizes. So what's the now they're charging up the Great Tusk. I think they see the problem. They definitely see the problem now. Now I need to get... Yikes. Okay. I need them to not mill my vacuum, and I need to get my vacuum. Holy smokes. This is scary. This is scary. I really wish I was doing 70 damage right now. Yeah, I need my lost vacuum. This is not good. It's no bueno. And I have to keep using my first attack, because if I use my second attack, they'll come at me. Ooh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't one-shot me. I can use my second attack. It'll only do 120. So I need to use my first attack twice. And then come at them with that final. Alright. Yes, attack. And then I can use my second attack to finish them off so they can't mill me any more cards. And it's going in the lost zone. Holy smokes. Alright. They're just getting it, aren't they? They just got it like that. Alright. So how many cards does that make it now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 cards in there, so they'll hit me for 180. They could hit me. They have to hit me twice. Oh, I don't have psychic energy. Alright, I have to get a psychic energy with this. They didn't mill it. That's wonderful news. Take this down. I take 1 prize. And then I restabilize myself with the Jubilife Village. I play that and then I can... Oh no, I can't. I cannot do that. Are they gonna be able to... Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, they need 19 cards. They need 19 ancient cards in here in order to. So they need a 9 more in order to one-shot the Noivern. I think I'm okay. All right. I got the Bravery Charm in hand as well. But the Jubilife will not restabilize me because I can't use it because it ends my turn without me being able to attack. So I can't play the Jubilife to refix my hand to not deck out. But they're rebeating me in the deck out. Okay, we're good to go. There's no way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13? It's either 13 or 14. 16. Oh, they are almost there. They are almost there. Oh, they're gonna hit me for like 230 or 240. They kept adding stuff to the pile while I was counting, so I'm not really 100% sure if they're at like 16. They could be a 17 even. But they might be 15, 16, 17. Hit me for like 220 to 240. Question is, are they gonna quit? Because they can't get. Is that gonna get them there? If they were at 17, that just put them to 19, and they're gonna one-shot me. Holy cow. This guy might actually get me because I mean, I had no choice. It would have taken me. I would have had another turn of mill happen. Yeah, I'd be down 4 more cards right now at least. I would just. Is he gonna be able to do it? 18. He got to 18. Oh my god. Yo. That's wild. Oh, Bravery Charm doesn't work on Noivern. It's not a basic Pokemon. I'm an idiot, dude. Yeah, see, you see this card right here? This is what I needed to stop that mill from happening. But I already had. See, I need to think ahead. When I'm playing Ancient Box, they might have the mill, so I need to put Patrol Cap on and just make sure they can't attack me ever, and I'll be okay. So, yeah, that's what I should have done. They wouldn't have been able to mill me as not a card 1 if I had done that. I did not. Didn't have the foresight, and from now on when I play Roaring Moon, if I can get my Noivern out like I did so, and I have the ability to use an Arven to grab a tool, or if I have it at my disposal, I'm putting the Patrol Cap on my Noivern and making sure that they can't pop up the Great Tusk without using that vacuum. They would need to use that vacuum, but then they use the vacuum, and I have, you know, I could still save my Hero's Cape, and the Hero's Cape won't be what's gone. So that's cool. I don't think I need to play anything. I'm just gonna attack. Because if they try and like Iono me, my deck is going to grow tremendously. I will stay much further away from decking out than they will if they Iono. As long as I don't use any other attacks and they don't have another Iron Tusk, I might have messed myself up by not putting the patrol cap back on. And it's either prized. I either prized my vacuum. I don't remember seeing it in there. If I got to look at them. Yep, I don't need to do anything. You know what? If this Great Tusk had gone to the discard instead of going into Lost Zone, he would have one-shot me with that Noivern. Lost City was the right play. But sticking this Bravery Charm on here was the wrong play. Holy cow, was it the wrong play? I have 12 cards in hand. He has 8, which means okay, now I have 13, but I would have a 22 card deck minus 5 if we Iono. So I'm gonna Pokégear. I do not have one, so I'm gonna leave them in the deck. And I can't use Jubilife, or I die. 100% I die. So I'm just gonna Covert Flight. And we'll see what happens. I think if I had a rod, it's either, yeah, if I have a rod, it's prize. I don't think I play rod in here at all. No, I don't play rod. Yeah, I don't really have a way to get anything back in the deck, so they're just gonna play this out like some buttheads. They're gonna play this out to the end. They're not willing to admit that they're beaten. That's sad, honestly. Sad. And I think, yeah, 1 boss, 2 boss, yeah, they milled both of my bosses. So that's kind of good for them, you know. Now they're getting down there in the cards. So they're really gonna make this go to the very bitter end, and that's kind of funny. Lost Vacuum. Knock that moon. Ooh, I don't want that one. I want that one. Don't need it, but I got it. Covert Flight. Yeah, you know what I could have did? I could have lost vacuum that Bravery Charm off of myself and put the patrol cap on. I could have did that. That's kind of funny to think about. All right. Let's put a nail in this coffin, shall we? My only fear is that dude puts down the mill tusk, juices it up with a Seda to deck himself out, but then he mills me to 0 for my turn, and then I lose before he loses. He might, you know, mill himself to 0, but if he mills me to 0 at the same time and then it comes my turn, I lose. So there is the possibility that he does that on this last turn here. I really wish I could cycle my cards back into my deck somehow, but I can't. Yeah, that's harsh. That's a harsh reality. But it's a reality nonetheless. If that is what happens, I accept my fate, and I should have learned from my mistake. I got greedy, wanted to take that prize card. I should have used the vacuum to get rid of that charm and stick this patrol cap on this Noivern to stop that from being able to happen. Oh, he's already used the retreat. Okay. He used the retreat already, and he uses attachment. He didn't have another Tusk in here, did he? No, he never milled one of his own, but he did just super rod 3 cards back into his deck. Okay. Which means now we are on par with each other, and now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. What did he put back in his deck? What did he put back in his deck? Those don't stop abilities. Those don't stop. I mean, those stop abilities, but this isn't a bit. There it is. You can see it happened. Okay. That took a very long time. Holy cow. But W. Ancient Box. Can't hack it.